What's up guys, Mainly Hockey Cards here, and in the last video I went over 7 goalies that have surprised everyone this season. Today I am going over 7 forwards that have done the same. Connor McDavid and Leon Draisaitl aren't on this list just because I think that it's expected they're going to dominate as usual. Starting things off hot, the biggest surprise of this season has to be Troy Terry, who's been an absolute monster. He has a 16-game point streak going with 22 total points. Any way you cut it, nobody could have predicted this sort of start for the 24-year-old who had just 48 points in 129 games prior to this season. As a result of this unprecedented success, Terry's cards have skyrocketed. His Future Watch auto has gone up almost 700%, with it in 90 days going from a $10 to $20 card to having sales over 170 in the last week. I currently have one in grading that I paid $2 for, so fingers crossed it comes back soon. His Young Guns I sold out at $4, making a sizable profit, but I wish I had held, as the last sale was right around $30. Crazy stuff. Next, Andrew Mangiapane has been a great story this year, as he has 17 points in 19 games, which is impressive, but out of those 17 points, 15 are goals, and he's been a huge part of the success of the Flames so far. As such, his cards have reacted nicely, as his Young Guns went from about a $10 card to approaching a $40 card. I think he is at a rather unsustainable pace goal-scoring wise, as he's shooting over 30%, but I think the assists will come, and he has a very good chance to be a point-per-game player this season. Alex Ovechkin is also scoring at a rampant pace, with 15 goals in 19 games, which is insane, but he's also added 15 assists for 30 points. He's having one of the hottest starts of his career at the young age of 36 and doesn't look like he's going to slow down. I was able to see the goal that tied him with Brett Hull for 4th all-time live, and he looks just as good as ever. And his cards keep going up, as they should. In the past 90 days, Ovi's staple Young Guns has gone up 50%. And whether you like it or not, right now, Ovi's Young Guns are surpassing Sidney Crosby's on all accounts. Ryan Getzlaf, also age 36 and also from the historic 2005-2006 rookie class, has seemed to be revitalized with the youthful talent around him, as he's been shining with 19 points in 18 games. He has just 1 goal on 51 shots, which should change soon, but it's honestly very much a feel-good story for a player that had their worst career season last year and really looked like they didn't have much more left in the tank. Getzlaf's Young Guns have increased in value slightly, which is a nice plus. Going younger, looking back at the 2020 NHL draft, you see a top 3 that consists of Alexis Lafreniere, Quinton Byfield, and Tim Stützle. Lafreniere hasn't lived up to expectations, Stützle is in a sophomore slump, and Byfield is injured. But at pick 4, who looks like the steal of the draft right now, Lucas Raymond has 19 points in 20 games for a Red Wings team that desperately needed that offensive output. Unfortunately, Raymond doesn't have any cards, so yeah, I can't do much more here, but it will be interesting to see what price his Young Gun settles at when it releases. Kyle Connor has 22 points in 17 games, including 12 goals, and is on pace to hit 50 and then some, which wouldn't be that surprising given his career trajectory, but it would be a nice landmark. His Young Guns, specifically, have gained about 50% over the past 90 days, and I still think he's a pretty cheap and affordable buy at $30 to $35 relative to other players with the same offensive outputs. With another great season past this, Connor could potentially be over a point per game for his career, and that's extremely attractive given that he's only about 25 years of age. Lastly, as mentioned earlier, Alexis Lafreniere's start to the season has been forgettable. Just 5 points in 18 games, frequently shifted into the bottom 6, and even benched from time to time. I felt that the former number 1 overall pick would come out of the gate guns blazing, but he just hasn't. Because of the slow start, his Young Guns and cards in general have dipped considerably, and I guess that's just a reason to pick up more. I do like watching him play. I do feel like he will hit his true potential, but I guess it's going to take some time, which is fine by me, but will definitely get the bust label from many collectors, despite him turning just 20 years old in October. As always, let me know in the comment section below who you feel are some forward surprises this season. If you enjoyed this video, leave a like and consider subscribing. It's free, and you can always change your mind later. Thanks, everyone.